Hello everyone, it's great to be back on GDQ. Today I am running Kao the Kangaroo, Mystery of the Volcano, the third entry in the Kao the Kangaroo series, in which Kao will be going on a little island adventure. The specific category I'm running is the All Artifacts category, in which instead of going straight to the endgame boss, I will be collecting all 4 artifacts like the game intended you to do to beat the game. I will also be running this on the speedrun mod, a mod created by Rythan, whose name I probably just botched, which will allow me to not play the 2 playing levels I'll talk about a bit in the run, and also allow me to jump out of a role a la Kao 2, which was something that was just next from this game for whatever reason. So anyways, time will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So what you just saw got skipped would be the first playing level in which you would fly through rings a la Superman 64. Yeah, no one wants to see that. So what I'm doing is, as soon as I jump out of the roll, I'll immediately spin to stop my further going up, allow me to get to another roll soon. What I'm doing here is I'm going to do a little out of bounds to get to the first real level instead of having to play the tutorial first, and thus not have to watch the cutscenes that I would otherwise have to watch. So I'm collecting these green orbs because you need to place artifacts in the gate, not just collect them, place them in the gate. And each one requires at least 200 orbs to be able to place in the gate, which means you would need a total of 800 green orbs. However, I am able to skip having to place the first and fourth artifacts into the gate. So I only need 400 orbs in this run. However, that's still enough where I have to do detours like this. So normally what you have to do is grab these barrels to break these pots in order to extend branches. However, there's a little trick we're gonna use. So I'm gonna go into this lock-on mode. The reason I just threw that dynamite. Oh no. So when you throw the dynamite in the mid-air, it resets your fall speed. You can combine that with the extra jump distance you can get on with the lock-on mode and go very, very far and cross long gaps. That's a key, it's a B for some reason. So that tent I just passed is a checkpoint. I generally will want to avoid them as there's a kind of lengthy cutscene where Kao will go into the tent and then get out of it from like a nap, yawning. It takes forever. It's like, I think like 8 seconds. There will be a few spots where I want to do the checkpoint though. It's like a tricky spot because I do not want to die and go to the beginning of the level. That would be very, very bad. So we're just making a way to get to the next key. So those enemies I just passed, once you knock them down, you have to ground pound on it to kill it. That's good. I mentioned that now because I will have to do that later. So coming up is a little puzzle in which I will have to move some blocks around with a crane and replicate a pattern on the floor. The interesting about this puzzle is that while the placement of the blocks is the same, their orientation's random. Doesn't really affect it much, but it's kind of interesting. This puzzle doesn't have anything else to talk about. You can read a few donations while I do it.
Sure thing. We have a couple anonymous donations coming in. Excuse me, I crossed wires. We have a few donations with no comment coming in, like Mecha Link, who donated $25. With that $25 donation, Mecha Link is entered to win a bunch of our prizes in the current block. I personally am super interested in the Chocobo handmade plushie. This thing is so cute, and it is on the $25 mark. If you're interested in that, you can donate $25 or more and get entered to win. Check it out at gdq.gg/prizes and get your donation in at gdq.gg/donate. Do you have time for more?
Yeah.
All right, we have another $25 donation, this time from Michelle M. This is my first time donating. Happy birthday next week, Eric, and thank you for getting me interested in SGDQ.
All right, yeah, I'm about to finish this puzzle, so now we have I'm about to collect the first artifact, the Artifact of Earth, but I am not done with this level yet. I am going to want to collect some more green orbs before I go. One thing that's kind of neat is that when you collect an artifact, it creates a checkpoint. So I did that little dynamite throwing to avoid having to grab manipulate some blocks. Now we're gonna just ride on rails for a bit.
While we're riding rails, I would love to remind chat about the undeteriorating skill showcase for Sanabi. We are a bit over 55% of the way there. We need to meet that by around the end of the Sanabi run. It is going to be incredible if we can get there.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna do a tricky strat. Whew. That saves like 5 seconds, but it's pretty tricky.
Nicely done, nicely done.
All right, so what I just did was save and quit. This allows me to go straight to the beginning of the level. So I can exit it faster rather than navigating around it. So normally what you're supposed to do next is use 200 green orbs to redeem this artifact, put in the gate, and then play something called the virtual race, in which you race some NPCs in a little tube. We're not gonna do any of that because there's a way I can get to the next level without having to do all that. First up, I'm in the tutorial level collecting more green orbs. And that little going up the flower allowed you to not have to move that block. Whew, I almost missed that one.
I'd love to share this $10 donation from Liam. Hi, I'm watching from Australia and can confirm that this game is a pretty accurate representation of what kangaroos are like. If we have any other Australian viewers in the chat, send your donations my way. I would love to hear your opinions on the representation here. Is Liam right or wrong? Let me know.
All right, so what I'm about to do is go in a little spot where I could roll up and then do a spin jump and then get up here without having to use the parachute. There'll be some other funky things I'll be doing to avoid using parachute, because you're supposed to use the parachute a lot in these upcoming levels. And the reason I did a little save before going to this next level is because normally when you enter a new level, you will lose all your dynamite. However, if you do a save right beforehand, you keep it. Which means I don't have to pick up a barrel, because picking up barrels is so slow, because Kao walks at a snail's pace with a barrel. You'll see that for the level with the 4th artifact.
Honestly, I would have guessed that they would have run at like a kangaroo's pace, maybe.
Getting on that flower can be a little finicky. I've had a ton blunders with that in the past.
Nice work.
All right. So this part, you gotta break 2 crystals, one on the left, one on the right side. There was a box I passed. You're supposed to go in it and sneak around a la Metal Gear Solid, but there's really no need for it.
We have a $10 donation here from Cursed Goat. It's my first time at GDQ. Hooray! Best of luck to all the runners, and big thanks to all the staff and volunteers. I hope you were enjoying your first time, Cursed Goat.
Yep, GDQ school. Hope to see you others. All right, so I do want to get this checkpoint. This particular part is quite hard. And now you can see the animation that I'm talking about. Yeah, very slow. But better safe than sorry. So I gotta do a lot of green orb collecting here before I go, or before I continue to get the artifact. So I'm going to this little shadow box here. Can you get up here? Lock on mode. Throw a dynamite. A ground pound here to get out of this little area. You know what? I'm gonna try to do this part fast. Ooh, nice.
We have a very short donation here. $100 from Maverick X29. Less than 3.
So so to get to this artifact, you have to like use the parachute to ride up some current streams. We're gonna do a very convoluted way of getting it, let's say. All I'll say about it for now is, you ever wonder why going between rooms doesn't have a load? Well, you're about to find out.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
All right, so gotta go back. This big enemy, it can go in some random spots around the general area, and sometimes it'll be a little in my way. So here, I gotta go in lock-on mode, and then I'll ground pound, because when you ground pound, you get a little bit extra air going up on this branch. So what I'm about to do, and the reason there's no load times between rooms, because the game loads all the rooms at once when you enter a level. So I'm gonna go from this room to the room with the artifact. Let's go up over here. And then throw the dynamite. And we're at the room with the artifact. And if you're wondering why I have to go into the room with the artifact, then come back, is because otherwise the artifact wouldn't spawn.
That skip is incredible.
Yeah. All right, like with the previous level, I'm still not done here yet. I want to get more green orbs.
While you work on that, there is a $5 donation here from Dave E. Good job, Peter Afro. You're doing great. From your favorite brother-in-law. There's also another $5 donation, this one from Jen. Australian, very accurate. I too walk past an alarming amount of palm trees every day to collect small green globs. A kangaroo without his hat and shoes isn't an adult yet, and is called a Joey. Thank you.
Okay, so this part, it's gotta go a bunch of big gaps. Supposed to use the parachute, but we don't have that. We're just gonna throw dynamite.
$10 just came in from Thomas Morgan. Hi from Australia. Love that we always see the late night runs and super enjoying Peter Afro demolishing this game. And yes, I can confirm, kangaroos are obsessed with green orbs down here.
Yeah. All right, so this enemy I mentioned, I had to kill that one, or otherwise it's going to be in my way trying to get to this next platform, as I would be locking onto it, and it would make it hard. So I'm going to roll into this checkpoint to get those orbs. So next up, we are placing this artifact into the gate. There's no way you can avoid it otherwise. And then we're going to do something called the Steerman's Test. It is a level which I'll be riding a boat. It's actually pretty neat. I'll talk about more when we get there.
In the meantime, Gibson donated $50 to Doctors Without Borders. I'm not Australian, but I'm kangarooting for you, GL Peter.
If you're wondering why there's no text here, it's because I'm playing the Hungarian version. That is the fastest version of the game, and there's a glitch where sometimes there's no text. But, you know, you can tell what's going on just by looking at it. And also makes the voices a little borked. To get text, I highly recommend looking up the official English translation of the game. It is filled to the brim with the most insane typos you will ever see. Like, it's very funny. Anyways, so the Steerman's Test. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be on a boat. The objective is I have to go to these like light beams before time runs out, and each time I go to a light beam, my time will replenish. How it's controlled, movement's the same as moving Kao, and they'll be using the lock-on button for the boost. So I'll be starting off with having my boost meter filled, I can ride completely. Though even when it's out, I can still use the boost button by pressing it just for a tiny micro boost. So I'm going to be doing that.
I'm sure this is also accurate to kangaroos in Australia.
Yeah, this part can be pretty tricky because if you make like even a small but noticeable blunder, you're gonna run out of time. Thankfully, there's like checkpoints in between the 3 parts of this level, as noted by a text box. What's interesting, you can actually move around during those text boxes, so I can position myself ready to go to the next light beam. And I don't really have anything else to say about this level, so feel free to read some donations because it goes on for a bit.
All right. $25 came in from Goose, ! Don't know anything about kangaroos, but do I spy an orb?
Orb!
I was wondering how long it would take with all the orbs in the run. We had another $25 from Final Scout, all caps, cannon, go, boom! As a reminder, we have the Cannon Glitch Showcase incentive opened up for Peak. We have a lot of time on that, and we are making steady progress, but we still need more work. If you are interested in seeing that, get your donations in at gdq.gg/donate, and make sure you apply them to the incentive before you send them our way. You still got time?
Yeah.
Awesome. DJ Big Slice donated $20. Trans rights now. Trans joy and prosperity forever.
Yeehaw.
I also had $25 from Kat. 10 years with my wife and 10 years watching GDQ. I love you, Nika. Thank you for introducing me to this. Here's to 10 more.
Shout out to Nika.
It's very kind.
Sounds based. Yeah, we still got time for more.
Awesome. The Solero crew donated $5. Good morning, GDQ. We are tuning in from Springfield, Missouri. It's already been an amazing week and looking forward to more amazing runs. GDQ hype? Less than 3. We also had a couple of $100 donations with no comment. One from Brad M, another from iGox, and a third from Well of Ascension. Thank you all so much. There's also a $250 donation from Optimus Prime. donate and roll out. That is for the bid war for the upcoming Transformers run. We'll be choosing the campaign that we played. Autobot is well in the lead, so any Decepticon fans out there should get their donations in soon. It is only a couple of runs out. You do not have that much time.
All right, so back to the run. So now that we beat the Steerman's test, I am able to access the level for the third artifact. We're going to be in a little like waterfall temple island thing. Also want to get these orbs. This one I'll also have to place into the gate, and so I will have to do more orb collecting during this level. This level is pretty funny, I must say. It's also rather the treacherous one because there will be no checkpoints that I'll be able to access, as I'll be skipping all of them because we're going to do a big skip.
We have here an anonymous donation for $15. Watching with my partner while we're on holiday. We're both huge fans of GDQ, and we're so excited when it landed in the week we were away. Thanks for entertaining us this week while we shelter from the heat.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
Now, sheltering from the heat, that's Australian.
Yep. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get up here. This part's a little finicky. This part is very finicky.
I am in love with this donator's name. Spaghetti Jones donated $5. Nothing beats waking up for work and watching a kangaroo defy physics with dynamite. Thank you for the green orb and explosive-based early morning entertainment. Trans rights.
All right, so now that I got up there, I am now above the temple, which the artifact is. So I'm going to do 4 rolls. 2, 3, 4. Going to roll upwards. I'm not jumping near because then it'll cause me to slide down. Go. Do a lock on. Throw 2 dynamite. Get into this branch. Throw another dynamite to get out of it. Get up here. So now, that key I skipped, I don't need to get it.
For a quick update on the Sanabi Skill Showcase, we are almost 60% of the way there. Chat, you're making great progress. Keep up the good work.
So if you're wondering about me just standing still, that was forced upon me. I cannot skip that. Also, this ladder is annoying. Sometimes Kao just does not grab it, even though if I'm holding forward. So I do the ground pound. The artifact of water is available. I need to collect a few more green orbs to have exactly 200, so I can place this into the gate. I won't need any more after that because I will be skipping placing the artifact of fire into the gate.
There's a $25 anonymous donation here. This is for Kao the Kangaroo and Zach's new rescue dog, Rue, in hopes that Rue could find the contentedness in life Peter Afro has playing this game.
Oh, wait, I got my hands mixed up on the keyboard. So if you're wondering why I waited a bit after collecting the artifact to save, it's because there's a slight delay for where it registers as you collected it. So now I'm going to collect more dynamite. So now we're going to place this artifact into the gate. What's normally supposed to happen next is we go to Battle of the Sky, another plane level, which you would have to shoot down a bunch of other planes in multiple ways. It's extremely long, extremely boring. We don't have to play that in speed mode. So now this guy's just going to do his thing. Once it's actually in the gate, I don't need to watch the rest of the cutscene. Can I stop pressing the X button instead of the S button.
There's a $25 donation here from Sarah. Thanks to my incredible brother Sam for introducing me to GDQ.
All right, this is the well. This level can be pretty annoying. Mainly, the first trick I'm doing is very hard. I'm saving right now, so if I fail it, I can just go start it again with all my dynamite. So you gotta get on this pole. Aim yourself. Uh-oh. Whew. I accidentally pressed the H key at first and not the J key. I love keyboard, but sometimes it can be annoying when you misplace your hands. Gonna go up here, collect this key. Ignore these guys.
Koraya donated $15 to Doctors Without Borders. I've been staying up way too late and getting up way too early this week, but it's so worth it. I could not agree more.
Uh-oh.
This run is worth being up late / early, depending how you look at it for.
So there's a specific power you have to do. Threw a bit too early. So here we gotta do two things. First, I got to turn off the fire.
$5 here from M&K. Love that we're starting Wednesday off with $500,000 for MSF. Good luck to Peter Afro and all the other runners today.
You know what? That's fine. I can trigger that checkpoint. Not a big deal.
$25 here from William Masson. This runner is amazing. It's the crack of dawn and he's pulling off mad skips like it's nothing. Respect.
Thanks, donator. So we got the key and turn off the fire. We can go down. So we gotta go down here. Okay.
Can we take a sec to appreciate the music in this game? It is an amazing vibe.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is the last barrel I need to throw. Full power. So I want to kill these enemies, not because I have to, because they can get in the way while I do this puzzle. It's just you have to line up all the blue ones. I don't really consider this a puzzle. And that's the last artifact to get. So, well, first to collect it first. So I'm gonna jump, and then I'm gonna do a little damage boost so I can not have to use the dynamite. Similar to the water artifact, I wanna wait a little bit just to make sure it registers. All right, so I said in the beginning of the run you can skip right to the final boss, which you would do in any percent. And that's what I'm going to be doing to avoid having to place the artifact in the well, in the gate. So I didn't have to grab tons of more green orbs.
How fast is any percent with skipping right there?
If you're doing the base game with that Superman 64 level, it's like 6 minutes. Without it, it's more like 4. So I get in that little gap, and then I just throw dynamite or jump through the gap. So I have to kill this enemy, and then I gotta watch this cutscene. you can't skip it. So the thing about that little skip, there's a specific area you got to go to trigger the next level. It's not just hitting that wall in general. It took me a very long time to learn how to do it properly because I used to constantly mess it up. All right, so this is the end game boss. How it works, it'll have 3 phases, and each one starts off, I have to kill a bunch of enemies, like so. These flying things are very annoying. Oh. Normally it takes like 4 to 5 hits. But sometimes you can get killed in 2. I'm not quite sure how it works.
Speaking of annoying flying things, I have a $100 donation from Fly on Wall that says bzz bzz.
So if you're wondering why I just took 2 damage, it's so I can be able to get up here sooner. Because once that boss like slams its hands to the ground, I can throw dynamite at the little rock formations to hit its hands. Now, and once that happens, it'll open its mouth, and I can throw a barrel into it. Now we're on to phase 2, which is the same thing again. Feel free to read donations. There's something you need to talk about.
Sounds good. We have a $250 donation from Anonymous. Go, runner, go. We are already, you said this is the final boss, right?
Yes.
How close are we to time?
There'll be one more phase after this, and then there'll be time.
So we are zooming through this run. Incredible work. We had a $50 donation from Alien Crustacean, less than 3. Another $50 donation, this time from Tad Ghostal. Always love seeing games broken so quickly. The glitches in this run are fascinating. There's a $5 donation. Oh, also from Alan Crustacean. Good morning, SGDQ. $25 just came in from Rachel. Good morning, Peter Afro. So proud of you, big bro.
Thanks, Rachel the Psychic.
We also have $25 here from Go Killy. I have never played this game, but the animations look great. I love like games from this era of video gaming, the like early 3D. The aesthetic is wonderful. We also had a $100 donation from Flowmage. Shout out to all the prize crafters everywhere. Excellent work this GDQ. What a wonderful reminder that you should check out the prizes at gdq.gg/prizes and see if any of them are interesting to you. They are all interesting to me.
All right, Gary, on time.
Ooh, lock in.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
All right, and time. Okay, not bad. So yeah, that's Kao the Kangaroo Mystery Volcano. That was an alright run. So yeah, the game, we defeated the boss. Our island adventure is over. Oh yeah, thanks y'all for coming.